My name is Aisha. Welcome to One Elder Speaks. Today I'm going to be talking about relating. Last year was about boundaries. For a lot of what I was working with was figuring out boundaries and making sure that the ones that were in place were the ones that I wanted. And that was fantastic. And it looks like at the first of the year I was dealing with some stuff, and so I just kind of retreated and focused on two specific areas of my life and just kind of retreated from everything else. And from that retreat, I'm really getting an understanding of more levels of relating to other people. And in my case, specifically for friends and family and job and people, coworkers, that sort of thing. And I'm really seeing how we have to own the relationships that we have in this way. Like when we meet people, we set up kind of an accord between persons as to what that relationship is going to look like, and what boundaries are on this relationship, and what will we accept and what will not accept. And even if this is not happening on a conscious level, it happens on an energetic and subconscious level. And so even when you meet a friend, these things are kind of, felt out, and you kind of get into a comfortable space. Co-workers, family, all these. And that's how these relations are set up. And it's what I'm beginning to understand is that I have to take responsibility for the relationships that I am in, completely, because we set up these rules and these boundaries a long time ago. We set up this is what this relationship is going to look like, and so this is what we're doing. And if you are changing and growing and moving along, sometimes these relationships have to change. And sometimes it can be really difficult to navigate a new rule as to how we're going to relate to one another and how that's going to look. And sometimes it just doesn't work out. And that's okay too. But it's very interesting because now I'm beginning to realize how much it is my responsibility, basically, that these are in the way that they're set up in the beginning, and how they are maintained over time. So it's up to me. I can't say, oh, that person is treating me this way and that person is doing this to me. It's more, why was this set up in a way that was allowed to begin with? And it's not about them and what they're doing. It's about what in me made that okay to begin with. Why did I come into accord with that at some other time? And so one of the things that I came to is that we are the maestro of our matrix at all times. We are continuously manifesting exactly what is happening outside of us from within. And I'm going to give you kind of a, for instance, for me, I was always looking for validation of my worth outside of myself. So I was looking at, my job, my boss, and coworkers, if I'm a good friend, if I'm a good, person. It was always going to be outside of me. So I was always chasing validation from everybody else, and I wouldn't really give that to myself. But I was always chasing, not always, to a large extent, however, I was attaching myself to people who were incapable of being intimate or giving emotionally available. Thank you. I would find myself trying to attach to people who were emotionally unavailable to me, and then I was expecting them to be emotionally available. And that would not ever happen because they were not. That was not the accord that they signed up initially. I'm changing the rules on them, and not only that, they can't give me validation anyway. That's only going to come from within me. So there was, and it was interesting because I could see that part of what I was doing was I was picking people who were emotionally unavailable to me because I was scared to be intimate with people. I was scared to be close to people. I was scared to have a real emotional bond with these people. So it kind of set up this weird thing where I'm constantly uncomfortable. I can't get validation because I'm not giving it to myself, and I'm expecting it from people who I've already come in accordance with that they couldn't provide that, and and it was just feeding that insecurity and all that stuff. So boom, now I have to take responsibility for all of this because I can't say, oh, these people are that way or this person was this way. I can't. That was the accord that was set up in the beginning. So now I have to be completely responsible for all these relationships and how they're manifesting and who they're with. Because that's the other thing. You know, some people are just not going to be able to provide what you need, and that's okay. That's valid, and that's where they're at, and that's where I'm at, and that's cool. So this has really, for me, been about taking responsibility for where I'm at, taking responsibility for giving myself that validation, taking responsibility for everything in my world, because we're manifestors. Ultimately, we are manifestors, and we're manifesting this. I call it a shit show. I really don't mean that. But yeah, we're manifesting this completely all the time. And whatever is going on outside of us is actually a reflection of what is going on inside of us. So we got some cleanup work to do. I mean, me, first of all, I'm, right here. I'm definitely at the front line of that. But I wanted to kind of share this with you guys because I'm going to start taking responsibility for my relationships, like, to the fullest, and quit making so many, and quit being on the judgment end of relationships, which is, certainly, it hasn't been working for me anyway. So, so anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys and kind of give you a for instance. And if that resonates for you, wonderful. I hope your day is fantastic. Love and life. Oh, and I'm on TikTok now, not TikTok now. Talk to you later. Bye.